Steve, I know every point in the Premier League is hard fought, but you'll rarely have to fight harder for all three than that, will you?
Yeah, and a little bit of our own fault for sure. Let's not hide away that that's it wasn't brilliant first half in how we played. Obviously, some really important individual moments with Kalo's saves and Brennan's finish. It just ended up being pivotal in terms of the result, but the performance around the first half was short. We had to change tactically half-time, we had to change some personnel, which was all embraced by everyone that was involved, and that's good. And even though we didn't quite really get going with our football second half, I thought defensively we were excellent in the second half, and Kalo's thankfully not really had any more saves to make. He'd already done his job, and that was enough that he had in the first half. So it was a mixed performance, of course. But let's be honest, he's a great win and a huge win, and I actually think that you can't always play well, I get that, but this is probably the first time where we haven't played well and we've got a win, and I think maybe we deserved a bit of good fortune. You earn your own luck overall, of course you do, but maybe the guys, because of the effort that they put in and the attitude, they deserved a bit of not playing great but getting a win. So, but don't get me wrong, second half defensively I thought we were excellent. Look at the investment into Leeds' team and the rhythm that they've had over the years, and you're coming up against a good set of players, there's no doubt about that.
What was it that you needed to do at half time? Was it just sort of plugging holes or?
A little bit, yeah. We changed. We were worried about Danilo with his yellow card because it was the type of game with the way Leeds play, where they smother and have the turnovers, where you can, by being very unlucky, just pick up a second yellow card, and there's no way we could have played with 10 men today. So it was a little bit of that, a little bit of tactical. I think we needed Jack and Serge's experience on as well, and maybe it proved to help a little bit. I think it did in terms of how we were in the game, because we were we give too many chances away in the first half, giving none away in the second half. So great win. Glad the supporters have walked out with another 3 points. Lads have walked out with 3 points. But if I'm being honest, I'm starting to learn that the winning's the most important thing. But I need to go back on the laptop and watch the first half back.
Let's talk about your goalkeeper then. Kaylor comes into a new club. I mean, his ability is undoubted, isn't it? Yeah. He's done it for years and years and years, but he had to do it in that first half.
Yeah, I mean, some outstanding individual saves. I really loved how he game managed as well. I thought his experience really showed first and particularly second half. And listen, he's everyone knows how decorated he is. Everyone knows how experienced he is, but he still would have wanted to do well today, because that would be the pride and the professional in him. He wanted to show who he is and his level, and luckily he did, because he was brilliant in that first half. And we've only been working with him a few days, but you can tell the type of guy he is already. Very humble, really trying to understand about how we want to play, but I thought his experience and his level just really took over in the moment today, and we were grateful to it, to be fair. It's
not a day where there's much to talk about at the other end, but we should talk about the goal, because that's a fine finish from Brennan. Brilliant.
Yeah, outstanding finish. It's he has that quality and that technique, and not only was it about the quality and the technique today, it was about the the chaos and coming out of a set piece and the amount of people around the area, where he had to sort of stay composed. So technically we know we can do that, but to do it in a sort of manic situation like that was excellent. And I'm just really enjoying seeing Brennan and one or two of the younger guys sort of grow on the stage, and they needed to play in a game like that as well today, where they have to put the fight and what the game was before maybe doing what they want to do, and that's loads of attacks and things like that. So for them, that was a very important win for them, and understanding how we did it.
Manic is a good word, because there were times, particularly in the first half, but all the way through the game, it felt like it was about, as Dave, my colleagues, just said, 15 aside at times. It was that sort of game. So
I think we had eight in the first half, but it was. But Leeds do play like that, they do play, and we've worked on it. It was more of a principle game than a tactical game today, even though we had to change tactically half time. And we were ready for that, to be fair. And some moments we managed well, some moments we have to manage better. But in the end, we've got the win, and I'll try and smile about it.
And how important psychologically, Steve? You're playing on the Sunday. A few teams got some points in the bag yesterday, and you might have got sucked back in again. It's a big game, perhaps mentally, psychologically, to win today as well.
We're not really. Listen, we know all of that stuff matters outside of here, but I don't think we're at that stage where we're looking at other results before ours, and we'll never do that anyway, because you take control of your own business, and that in the end will be what matters the most. It's too soon for that. We've just got to look at ourselves, look at how we approach the next game, look at how we improve, look at the things that are going well, and strive to keep going minimum. And in the end, we will find where we'll end up. So. Our strength at the moment is just about thinking about ourselves and what we do, and not worried about anybody else, and certainly not listening to anybody else. Let's just get on with our work.